Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Paul Pogba has rejected a new Manchester United contract. It gives PSG hope. An official offer from PSG for Pogba should arrive in the coming days. PSG think €60 million is fair. It did say not so long ago though that Man United are expecting PSG to make their move for Pogba before the transfer window shuts. PSG have held talks with Pogba's agent Mino Raiola. Not so long ago, Pogba was discussing the personal terms with PSG. PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. It said last week that Paul Pogba rejected a new £50 million contract offer at Manchester United. So reflecting on that, it said he's set to leave this summer. Sky Sports said that Pogba is increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract. Solskjaer recently gave us an update on Pogba's contract situation. He said Man United are still in talks with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next year. Last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. It did say a new contract for Pogba could see him stay at Manchester United for the rest of his career. It says that Manchester United will open talks with Atletico Madrid over signing Saul Niguez if Pogba decides to leave. Manchester United bosses think a bid of 50 million will be enough to get Saul Niguez. Paul Pogba has had a long-running transfer saga. He hasn't only been linked with PSG, he's been linked with Real Madrid. He's been relentlessly linked with a return to Juventus, because he did enjoy 4 good years with them before he rejoined Manchester United. Barcelona have been in for him. And Inter Milan have been in for him before. Mino Raiola has been desperate to get Paul Pogba out of the football club. He did a lot of talking last season. He made an announcement back in December last year regarding Pogba. He said Pogba's career at Man United is over. He said he's unhappy and he has to leave, and he's got no intentions of extending his contract. Paul Pogba has won 3 trophies at Manchester United. He did endure a very difficult time under the Jose Mourinho era. Pogba's endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined, and he's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. Pogba produced his best performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while. So that's more news on Paul Pogba. Now, you know the news on Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. Manchester United have signed Rafael Varane. The club made it official yesterday. It's subject to a medical and player terms being finalised. Manchester United and Real Madrid agreed an initial fee of 34 million, but could rise up to 42 million with add-ons. Varane has agreed a 4-year contract with Manchester United. There's an option of a further year. I think Rafael Varane is going to be wearing the number 4 shirt at Manchester United, but there's a few shirt numbers that are available. But I can't see him getting a high numbered shirt. Varane will receive £250,000 a week at Manchester United, so we have doubled his wages from what he was on at Real Madrid. Fabrizio Romano did say yesterday that Varane will fly to Manchester this week, but he'll have his medical a few days later. Romano actually said as well that Varane is expected to be unveiled as a United player next week. Rafael Varane is our third signing of this summer transfer window. Solskjaer has now spent over 100 million in this summer transfer window. Obviously brought Tom Heaton in on a free transfer from Villa. Brought Jadon Sancho in. We officially confirmed the signing of Jadon Sancho last Friday. We got him for 73 million. I think there's add-ons included. And obviously we brought Varane in. But Varane is a great signing for Manchester United. You know, Varane is highly experienced. He's got a very good pedigree as a player. At Real Madrid he won a lot of trophies. You know, he won like La Ligas and Champions Leagues. You know, back in 2018 he won the World Cup with France. Won 79 caps. And he's regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. Varane will exceed expectations in the Premier League, I can assure that. And at Manchester United, I'm convinced he'll replicate what he did in his years with Real Madrid. What a centre-back partnership that's going to be though, Varane and Harry Maguire, because they'll complement each other very well. But the other week, you know, Varane definitely decided to leave Real Madrid. He notified Real Madrid that he wanted to join Man United. Varane was a long-serving player at Real Madrid though. He endured 10 years with them. Made 360 appearances in all competitions. His current contract at Real Madrid was due to expire next year. Real Madrid got Varane from Lens back in 2011. From a Real Madrid perspective, they'll be disappointed. They've lost two key centre-halves. They lost Sergio Ramos not so long ago. He joined PSG on a free transfer, and they've just lost Rafael Varane to us. Manchester United now need to prioritise outgoings to finance more incomings. But who will be our next signing? I think Solskjaer's priority is now to get a midfielder in, and there has been quite a lot of midfielders on our agenda. As you all know, we are linked with Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid. Eduardo Camavinga, Manchester United are in for him, but I heard that he prefers a move to Spain. Leon Goretzka were interested in him. Sport Bild said not so long ago that Man United submitted a contract offer to sign Leon Goretzka from Bayern Munich on a free transfer in the summer of 2022. Ruben Neves were being linked with him. I think last week it said Man United moved ahead of Arsenal in the race to sign Ruben Neves. It says Wolves are willing to sell him for £35 million. Declan Rice, I heard that he's interested in making a move to Man United. But yeah, Man United are enjoying a very good summer transfer window. And I'm just very delighted that Solskjaer is getting the backing he deserves, because he wasn't backed enough for such a long time. But I did say to you, didn't I, earlier on in the window that, I am convinced that Solskjaer is going to get the players he wants to recommend in this summer transfer window. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. Solskjaer did say though that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window. I am expecting to see some outgoings now though. Alex Telles, now he could possibly leave Man United in this summer transfer window. He has been subjected to transfer speculation recently. Obviously Inter Milan want him on loan. Sky in Italy said the other week that Roma were in talks to sign Alex Telles as a replacement for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola. Telles has only endured 1 season at Man United. He's made 23 appearances for us. He is our second choice left back. But when we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately. We got him for 15.4 million. Telles has got a contract with Man United until 2024. It said yesterday that Telles will miss the start of the season with an ankle injury that he picked up in training last week. So Telles will miss games against Leeds, Southampton and Wolves. I think there's a very good chance that Man United are going to loan Brandon Williams out to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities. Williams is our 3rd choice left back. He seldom plays for us. I'm expecting Phil Jones to leave Manchester United in this summer transfer window, because Jones has always been inconsistent. He doesn't get in our 11 and he was out with injury for a while last season. Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. Jones has been a long-serving player at Man United though. He's endured 10 years at the club. Jones wears that number 4 shirt at the moment. And certainly if he leaves, Varane will get the number 4. But I think he'd get the number 4 anyway, even if Jones was to remain at Man United for next season. Because Jones for next season, if he stays, we'll get a higher number. We have agreed to let Axel Tuanzebe go. Diego Dalot, I presume he'll be leaving. He was out on loan with AC Milan last season. Andres Pereira, I think he'll be leaving. He was out on loan with Lazio last season as well. Lingard, he also could be leaving as well. Solskjaer did recently hint though that Martial and Lingard have a role to play for next season. And was it after the 2-1 win against Derby in that pre-season friendly? Solskjaer said that Lingard is part of Man United's plans for the new season. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. I think we want around £30 million for him. West Ham do want him, but West Ham have been struggling to meet our asking price. Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham, and he made an impact. And Everton have also been interested in him. Like I said, Pogba could be going. I think we also need to offload De Gea, but I don't think we're going to in this summer transfer window. Matic, he needs to go, but I think he's going to be staying with us for next season. I think we even should sell Lindelof now we've brought Varane in, because I don't think Lindelof's going to get many opportunities now. Martial, I think, is another player we need to offload, but reports said quite a few weeks ago that Martial is going to be staying at Manchester United. Manchester United do play pre-season friendly tonight. It is against Brentford. I'm not bothered about pre-season, it's just getting prepared for the new season. We lost our last pre-season friendly to QPR 4-2. We do play Leeds on the opening days in a couple of weeks now. Can't wait to the new season. But next season is going to be massive for Solskjaer, and he is aware of that. Solskjaer has got big expectations to exceed next season. I'd say next season Solskjaer has definitely got to win a trophy at Manchester United. You know, he's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017, which is nowhere near good enough to our standards. Solskjaer's ambition for next season is to win the Premier League. You know, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. Obviously, there's United fans that are very sceptical that we're going to win a title under Ole. I certainly think the signing of Varane, though, turns Manchester United into title contenders. I'd say next season Ole has got to improve his decision making, because in a lot of the games he's managed so far at Man United, he has been tactically naive. My perceptions haven't changed on Solskjaer. I still don't think he's the long-term manager for Manchester United. And I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. But there's United fans that are Ole in. There's also United fans that are Ole out. I think he does deserve more time, and he does deserve at least next season. Last weekend, Solskjaer signed a new contract at Manchester United until 2024. There is an option of a further year. So yeah, he signed a 3-year contract. I presume a lot of United fans disagreed with us giving him this new contract. I can assure Ollie won't see out this new contract. When Solskjaer got the job permanently back in March 2019, he signed a 3-year contract. There was United fans at that point that thought we made a mistake giving Ollie the job permanently. Solskjaer's now been in charge of Man United for 31 months, which is over 2 years. Reflecting how long he's been at the football club, he has gained some managerial experience and he's learnt quite a bit on the job. But he hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager, which is a concern, but that doesn't mean he can't succeed as Manchester United manager. But whatever happens regarding Solskjaer, we'll always adore him because at the end of the day, he is a club legend. In a way, I am surprised that he's still Manchester United manager because we've enjoyed very bad periods under him where, he's been extremely close to getting sacked, and we lost the Europa League final to Villarreal last season. There's things I've got to credit Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for though. Solskjaer has more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players. I like the way he develops the youth. Ole has made good signings as Manchester United manager. Ole has spent over £300 million now at the club. In the summer of 2019, he brought Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. In January 2020, he brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odion Ighalo in on loan. We let Ighalo go in January. Last summer, Ole brought Donny van der Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Amad Diallo, Traore and Pellistri. We did loan Pellistri out in January, but he's now back at Man United. And we got 4 of those players on deadline day last summer. And in this summer transfer window so far, Ollie's brought Heaton, Sancho and Varane in. He's brought a few academy players in. Solskjaer's also got rid of a lot of players since he's come in, which he knew he had to do. In Ollie's first full season, he got us to 3 semi-finals, got us a 3rd place finish. In Solskjaer's second full season, he got us to the Europa League final, got us to the EFL Cup semi-final, got us to the FA Cup quarter-final. Got us a 2nd place finish last season. Last season, went the entire season without losing away from home in the Premier League, which was a record. And in general, you've got to turn around and say, yes, Solskjaer's done a pretty good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. I didn't expect Solskjaer to do as well as he has done, so in that aspect, I am shocked. He hasn't proven himself yet because obviously he hasn't won a trophy yet, but he's still, got us to semi-finals and he got us to a final, like I mentioned, and a quarter-final. And we've enjoyed very good periods under him as well, where we have seen consistency. And I do think that Ole is our best manager since Ferguson, but I have criticised him a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United. Because Ole knew when he'd taken over at Man United it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin. And he knew he had a lot to do when he came in. But to be honest with you, I am expecting Solskjaer to get sacked at some point next season. If we do decide to eventually sack Solskjaer, who's going to come in to replace him? I think we need someone in who's going to suit the strappings of the club and someone who's got that big club arrogance. We've already sacked 3 managers since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes, we sacked Louis van Gaal and we sacked Jose Mourinho. And we're not even really known as a sacking football club because we haven't got the structure to keep sacking managers. Like I've said to you, when we have been inconsistent, Ollie's been accountable for certain things, but not all the blame has stemmed from him. There's obviously certain players at Man United that have had to take responsibility, because there's still certain players at the club that aren't good enough to represent the club. I've criticised the board for so long as well, haven't I? Because, you know, Woodward and that, he's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Woodward's leaving Man United. You know, he's had, what, a 16-year association with the club. Woodward was obviously accountable for how poor our recruitment policy was for such a long time. Our recruitment certainly isn't poor in this summer transfer window. It's very, very good for once. And the Glazers, you know, they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time as well. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.